May I request our director, Dr. Siddharth Singh Best, to say a few words. Over to you, sir.
Uh, Good morning. Thank you so much, Professor Kiran. Uh, well, it is quite a pleasure and an honor to be a part of the first session of the virtual format of Financial Excellence Series. Uh, in fact, students, I take pride in this fact that every year all the professors in finance uh, very energetically they get together. They invite people from the corporates. They also invite our alumni to interact with you people. This time, of course, things are different, and it again gives me a lot of happiness to mention that we have started with a finance series, and its primary objective has always been, your career development. And even as I say, 17 students have already been placed in Equilibrium Mortgage Services, and more are there coming. Some other very good companies are also coming, and I'm very, very happy because somewhere we feel that all of our students should be placed in companies and careers of their choice. Students, currently we are sitting at challenging times, the huge amount of uncertainties that are there in the environment, and I believe that this uncertainty is here to stay for quite some time. But having said that, I believe that in the next couple of months there might be some interesting delivery models, there might be some interesting business formats, there might be some interesting aspects that would come, and that would be below because of the pandemic that has struck us. So somewhere there might be a lot of learning also over there. You are students, whether you like it or not, you are a part of the COVID batch who's going to graduate out into the environment at a time when this pandemic is there. But all I would want to say is that it is not a time or a moment to repent or get frustrated that we are getting out at such times. I believe there's huge amount of opportunity also over there. And this opportunity is a once in a lifetime opportunity. These kind of pandemics do not strike always. This kind of challenges do not come out always. But I believe that if you remove the clouds of uncertainty through these aspects, I believe you should each challenge as an opportunity. I would not take more time. I would take this time also to thank Professor Kiran, Professor Kumar, Professor Sweety, Professor Kinjal, Professor Hiteshi, Professor Dhara for all the effort they have put. I will also be thanking all the guests who have agreed to come. Okay, special thanks to all the alumnus who are always very, very special to me, who decided to devote time and come to talk to you people. I request all you finance faculty, finance students to please attend all the sessions, because these sessions have been done for you. And trust me, when someone from the corporate or an alumnus comes and talk to you, there's a lot of experience that comes over here. And what is happening this time is that we're not able to interact physically with you. A lot of things physically that could have happened, but have not been able to happen. So in a virtual format, we are trying to do as much as possible. And the bottom line of this entire activity somewhere is a career of your choice. So students, kindly be here, ask questions. Okay, and if you're confused at any place, I believe the professor are always there. The professors are there. I am there to guide you people. So God bless you all. Be safe, keep on learning, and have bright careers ahead. So that would be from my side, Professor Kiran, and a special thanks to all of you for making this whole thing happen, even in a virtual format. Congratulations from my side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your pearls of wisdom. Today we have with us Ms. Gunjal Dani from S&P Global. S&P Global is a provider of multi-asset class and real-time data, research, news, analytics to institutional investors, investment and commercial banks, investment advisors, and wealth managers. She was placed through campus recruitment in the third semester.
किरण मैम,
Yes.
किरण मैम, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, पर आपका वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है.
Hello. I'll turn off my video. Then it will be clear. I think. So today we have with us. Is it clear now?
No, ma'am.
It's still breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Echo हो रहा है. Okay, Dhara ma'am, can you do the intro? Because you have the.
Yes, sure, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
My voice is audible or it's breaking?
It's echoing.
Is it fine now?
No, ma'am.
I think other participants need to actually mute the audio.
Now, am I
Ma'am, echo is coming in the background.
Dhara ma'am, I suggest you start talking. If there's a problem, any one of us will comment, because on my side I can hear you clearly.
okay. So today we have with us Ms. Gunjal Dani from S&P Global. S&P Global is a provider of multi-asset class and real-time data, research, news, and analytics to institutional investors, investment and commercial banks, investment advisors and wealth managers, corporations, and universities. She was placed through campus recruitment in the third semester at the post of junior financial analyst, from which she has been promoted to financial data analyst. Since 2016, she has been assigned various roles in the organization, from resolving client queries and cases, training of several trainees on various quality processes, to analysis of annual reports and documents. As a faculty, I know her as a smart and confident girl, who is also a keen observer and a fast learner. So without wasting much time, students, let me start our conversation with Gunjal. So over to you, Gunjal.
Sir, I request you to actually mute your mic. Siddharth sir. हाँ, अभी ठीक. Thank you.
So over to you, Gunjal.
I think she went offline.
Let me just check.
Yeah. Yeah, she's there. Yes, Gunjal, over to you.
Hello.
Gunjal, you are audible. Please start.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, Gunjal, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Tara ma'am, for introducing me. Today, as I talk to all of you, this makes me feel nostalgic and thrilled that I am talking about my good old days where I was at your place when in my third semester there was a rush about getting placed and to find a company where, I can explore my career and to prepare myself basically to an extent where I do not face any rejection because at your place it is always whenever we are a student we always feel that if someone rejects me in an interview it is going to depress me or something like that, but trust me guys, it's not like that. S&P Global was the first organization that came to our campus, and I got an opportunity. Thanks to all the faculties that they thought I can appear for the interview. And it was great mock interviews and group discussions and all those things that we have that is processed in our pre-placement process. That was quite good.
Gunjal, your mic is muted. kindly unmute your mic. Hello. Mic is muted. Yeah, now it is audible.
Now it is audible. Okay. Yeah. Just wanted. There is nothing that I can guide or give you short tips. Ki this will work and this won't work. I think what we all as students in third semester or in fourth semester before our placements can take care of is that we work on our communication skills. How do we present ourselves in front of our employers, and we take all the mock interviews that our faculties have planned very seriously, because all the conceptual questions that they would ask and they would have prepared for all the students will be very beneficial, because that is what they look out for. They would not, employers would not look out for something that you would not know, but rather they would want to know your readiness to accept challenges, or are you ready to work in a high pressure environment, and what all can you do if something that you may not like. Sometimes what happens is we are used to be in our comfort zone. So once you get into a corporate, the first challenge which you will come across is that you'll have to come out of comfort zone, because in college, if you see, you have all your faculties who are going to protect you from everything that comes to you. But in corporate, you are in a free ground. So there are a lot of things which initially it may hit you back, but that's what this entire process is all about, that you take care of all the things beforehand before getting placed, so that once you enter your office or when you are around your colleagues, you don't feel that okay, mujhe ye nahi aata ya maine to ye dekha hi nahi tha, so it should be somewhat like you should work on the most important 4 things which I felt after I got placed that helped me a lot when I was in college was, first is upgrade your skills. One has to be upgraded with everything, the current market situation, whether it is, and as you all are finance students, you guys have to know the basic concepts. Because as ma'am has introduced that, as I train people in my office, I come across people who have done MBA, but they might not know basic entry of depreciation and amortization, for example. Or they would not know a simple concept of finance, and then they claim to be a MBA, which is when you are exposed to a huge lot of people, at that point it makes you feel a little inferior if people can, after getting placed also, people say कि अरे place हो गए फिर भी इतनी basic चीज नहीं आती. So when our faculties and all have discussed that what are these important things, I think one must pay attention to that. Conceptual clarity is one thing. Other thing which I feel is very important is communication. Because if you are not able to communicate properly, if you are not able to deliver what you are actually trying to tell the other person, then it completely fails the motive of communicating something. When we go to campuses to recruit students, we feel that they might know some answers, but they are not able to convey the same to us. Why? Because they have not worked on their communication part, because they might not have prepared it very well that, okay, fine, if this question comes up, how do I need to answer it, right? Or they are nervous, or they are very anxious. And that's why even if they know, they are not able to answer it. Okay, so that is one thing which I feel you can talk to all the professors that we have. They are extremely supportive. They would help you with everything that needs to be done before you appear for an interview. And also how you present yourself. you have to dress in a way that would make you feel confident about yourself, and there is no need to look very, very formal in your first interview. But yes, you should look representable, so that they don't feel कि अरे ये तो अभी college के उसमें से बाहर ही नहीं आए. So the first impression makes a lot of it holds a lot of weightage for the employers. Going forward, what commonly we observe when we recruit MBA students just right after their college is we face a lot of behavioral issues. For example, I would say when I come across new joinees who have just cleared their fourth semester and have entered the organization, they are too casual about everything. Even if there are some protocols, they don't mind breaking those protocols, and they are like, "Arey ye to ho jayega. Arey ma'am, kya seriously lene ki zarurat hai." That's how casual they are about their job. So one thing is that if at all you are getting a job and you get a chance to work with a well-known organization or even with a startup, you should be very, very focused, and even if you are casual, that should not be reflected in your behavior once you enter the organization, because that creates a negative impact on your performance also. And if you do not take yourself seriously, nobody else can do that for you, I would say. So it is important that you take yourself very seriously and you are clear with your mindset that what exactly you want to do once you have a job. In today's market scenario, if we see due to this COVID situation, people are really looking forward to hire students, I would say, who are very, very competitive and are, if you are, there with a group of 10, what is that one quality that makes you from this organization has freeze their recruitment process, right? So this is the time actually where you all have to work on yourself, work on your soft skills, work on your communication, work on your financial concepts. Look out for roles which interests you. If you have done internship and you felt that, okay, fine, doing this work did not interest me, or it was not something that I am looking for in my career to build up my career, then I think you should start looking out for more job profiles which will interest you. You should have proper knowledge of, it's not important to know from day one what you want. Okay, it's not that कि आपको पता ही होना चाहिए कि मुझे यही काम करना है. It might happen that when you take up your first job, you after 6 months or after a few months, you start realizing that, okay, this is not what I want to do. But still you continue doing it, because as and when you grow in an organization, you start understanding your work, your profile better, your role in a better manner. So do not be hesitant, or don't hesitate to ask questions is another thing which I would like to tell you all. It is to ask questions to your managers, to your faculties itself. Right now is the time that they can help you with answering all your questions. One should always ask questions. अगर आपको कोई काम दिया गया है तो ये नहीं है कि मुझे दिया है इसलिए मुझे करना है. You should know why you are doing that. Because if you don't ask, the other person is going to assume that हाँ दिया है तो कर लेगा या कर लेगी, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. But when you get a job, and if your job description, if something that was not written or something that has been asked to you is you find is unreasonable, then have the courage to question them. That is more important, I would say. Anybody is having any sort of questions, anything that you would want to ask for the things that we have discussed till now? I would be happy to answer.
So students, if you have any questions for Gunjal ma'am, please ask her any queries or doubts you have. This is the time to ask questions, like she said. So the more questions you ask, the better, your doubts will be cleared and you will have a proper understanding. So please ask questions.
Anybody can ask me anything. There's nothing like you can't ask me. Any simple basic question also can be asked. Please guys, feel free to ask questions and talk about anything. If you want to know any experience of mine when I was in college or when I joined my organization 3.5 years back, anything that you would want to know, please feel free to ask. We are here for a discussion, right? So guys, please go ahead.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah,
Myself, Kajal. I wanted to ask that as a fresher, what kind of profile and what kind of work would be allotted?
I can't hear you actually. Yeah, Kajal.
Hello.
Hi.
As a fresher, what kind of work will be allotted to us?
Yeah, Kajal. Is there a
Gunjal,
problem at my end or?
Can you hear me, Gunjal? Hello? Gunjal, can you hear me? Hello?
I'm so sorry. I could not hear her question. Can someone please repeat?
Yeah, can you hear me, Gunjal? Am I audible to you?
Kiran ma'am, she has mentioned her question into chat box. So if Gunjal can check this chat box.
Yeah, but then I think we are not audible to her. That's
Yeah.
the problem. Gunjal, are we audible to you?
Okay. Yeah. Ma'am, I'm able to hear you. I could not hear Kajal, but I think she was asking me as a fresher what work can be allotted to her.
Yes,
right?
exactly. And students, one more thing, you can even post your questions in the chat box. So that would be easier. So just post your whatever questions you have, just put it in the chat box. Okay. Yes, Kunjal.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kajal, as a fresher, there is nothing as a fresher what role will be given to you just because they don't decide a role because just you are a fresher. They would always want to know opening or the vacancy that they have just because you're a fresher. Okay, so whatever the role they come up with, and in finance, one thing I want to make it clear is the basic problem that we face while we go out for recruitment is people are not clear whether they want to do core finance work or non-core finance work. Okay, so whenever we go and talk to finance students, they always feel that either it is banking or credit research or technical analysis, everything is same, but that's not how it is. First of all, you should look out for companies which interests you. You should always read your job description whenever any company is coming to our campus. You should always read through that and then decide whether you want to go ahead with this or not. Simply going and then what if you get a job and then that does not interest you and then you feel that, okay, this is not what I wanted to do. So one thing which you should do is you should read through the job description. And trust me, whether you are a fresher or an experienced person, that does not matter to your employer. Because once you are hired, you are equal to all the other employees who have been working in past in that organization. There is absolutely, as far as my journey is concerned, I did not find any difference in how I was treated and how other experienced employees in my office were treated. I was given the same opportunities as someone who was there since 2 years was given. I was treated the same way. Okay, so there are companies who would initially give you basic work to check if you're ready for taking up challenges. Okay, so they want to see the readiness, they want to see either you are an initiator or not. As a fresher, they are going to take a note of everything that you do once you are in the organization. So I don't think there is any, I have not come across any such organization where the roles for a fresher and or an experienced employees are different. Of course, there might be some sort of responsibilities that they won't be giving you on day one, but be rest assured that they will give you on day 60, because there is nothing like that they are going to wait till you have proper kind of experience and you have a hold on your work, and then only they will give you. So be mentally prepared. And also I feel, Kajal, that once you are hired, trust me that any organization will consider you, as I said, as an employee. You are not looked at any different. Whether this is core finance or non-core work. So I hope this answers the question.
Yes, Kajal, yes, Kunjal rightly pointed out. The first few weeks, are initial weeks, or let's say months, are very important as far as the candidates
Yes.
are concerned, because that is the time they are observed for the willingness to work.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yes, it's nice to know that the students are asking the questions, right? So anybody anybody else? Actually, I have a question, but then let us see. Yes. So Bhavya here has a question. Bhavya wants to ask, kindly brief us with company information. What kind of work they do in company? How were they tied with market, and what atmosphere they have within the company?
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Bhavya. Good to know that you have these questions. As far as S&P Global is concerned, it's a US-based company. I hope you know that. So we have 5 different divisions. I work with S&P Global Market Intelligence, which deals with financial data. With financial data term, I would like to explain you what exactly it is. So basically, if you have gone through any sort of annual report, if you or your any family member is having shares of any organization, any company, I would say, you would be receiving an annual report. And that is the data which is presented in that annual report. That report reaches you at the last stage. That report preparation and the research analysis that has been done to prepare that report is what is taken care by S&P Global. I am in a division where we work on 3 models, that 3 statements, I would say, that is income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet. We work on all the financial numbers that are important from an investor perspective. Basically, that this organization is a data-driven organization. So all the data, whether it is financial, whether it is news, press release, or any corporate governance data, any sort of data for a company who is our client, matters a lot. We work on each and every information that has been provided to us, giving you an overview of how they are tied with the market. Tied with the market, which means, do you want to know the current position of S&P Global, or what exactly this mean, Kiran ma'am? If you can just brief me.
I think what he means is that probably how it affects the market situation in the current market scenario, or probably that's what I could get. how are
Yeah.
they tied with the market, and what is the atmosphere they have? So I think the next question is slightly different. It talks about the culture of the company.
Culture
Far
of
as
the
I,
company.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the first question is how are they tied with the market? So probably their contribution to the market. That's what I can feel.
Oh, okay. I would like to take up the cultural question first, cultural part first. So S&P has a very friendly culture and very normal sort of a culture. Once you enter the organization, you don't feel like, okay, oh बाप रे मैं कहाँ आ गई हूँ, and मुझे यहाँ पे ऐसे ही रहना पड़ेगा. There is nothing like that. They treat you very normally. Of course, there are certain rules and regulations which every company would have that they have. We have a culture of diversity and inclusion. So you would find people from different state across the country. We have locations in India, Manila, and of course US, Canada, London, everywhere. So the culture here is very friendly, very normal, like we have in West. There is no like you would if you currently you are a fresher, if you do not have any work experience in Indian companies, then of course MNC is a great exposure, I would say. But someone who has worked for an Indian company would know the difference between what it is to work with an Indian company and how different and how what are the new challenges with which comes with a MNC. We work in different shifts. We have morning shift, we have evening shift, we have split shift, that is from 2 to 11, and then we have night shift. So the culture which you would see in day shift is again very different from the culture that we see in night shift. One has to be ready to do night shift is the foremost thing before you think of taking a job in S&P Global. That's one thing that you have to be ready for. It's a 24/7 around the clock we work. We work on weekends also. So that is how you should be flexible enough to work in any shift or on any given weekend also. I hope that answers the question regarding culture of the organization. We have different events taking up, whether it is sports or whether it is any sort of hobby related event or anything that we have different celebrations at office. So in a way, you would feel very motivated and encouraged, because initially when you enter, you would want to see people who that are friendly with you and that are welcoming, right? So that is one thing which I have seen in S&P Global, that absolutely they will make you feel very comfortable. You won't feel the pressure of being there on your first day. Gradually, of course, once you are in the organization, your work and everything might differ. But apart from that, culture is excellent there, I would say. What is the other question, ma'am? Can you please give me a brief of the other question? I'm not able to see the chat box.
Yeah. It's by Priyanka. She's asking, we get theoretical knowledge of accounting and financial products like equities, F&O, commercial paper and all. But how can we develop skills and practical aspects of the same?
Priyanka, you would definitely have theoretical knowledge, but if at all you want to go ahead with this field, which you have seen, which I have mentioned, it's equity, F&O, commercial, that is proper trading, I feel, right? So if at all you want to go ahead with that field, and if you want to develop skills, then I would say you can take up online classes. There are webinars going on, and there are online trainings and online courses. Okay, so there are certain courses. Even if there are few free courses available on YouTube also, and there are paid courses. Currently, IIM is offering a lot of courses where you can enroll yourself, and that will give you practical exposure. If at all you want to go ahead with that field and have your career there, you definitely should have certain amount of practical exposure. So to look out for internships, work from like there are certain organizations or startups that are providing you opportunities where you do not have to go because of this pandemic situation. You can work from home, but then they can give you small assignments, whether paid or free. That does not make any difference. The most important part here is to learn, and I feel that if you can look out for those options, then it will help you to have practical exposure, and that will help you build your confidence when you actually pitch in the market, I feel. Right, Priyanka ma'am? I think faculties, professors will be able to help you and guide you with all the online options that we might have currently, because due to the situation, there are a lot of things that were not virtual earlier are now online available for free. There's a huge platform out there, Priyanka. You can just Google it, the simple courses, and you can enroll yourself and have a practical exposure.
Actually, I feel what Gunjal is trying to say here is that skill enhancement is the key.
Yes,
So-
technical upgradation,
Yes.
Excel,
So,
and to be aware of the economical condition of at least our country. Not if not global economy, then at least of our country. You should be aware of what is going on, and with these courses, I think it will help you and it will motivate you to know things that are going around you. Unless and until you step into something which is out of your comfort zone, you are not going to do with, and you won't know the requirements also, I feel. So once you start doing something, start taking up a course which will help you have a knowledge, from a knowledge perspective also, it is going to help you and is going to push you to do and know things that are going currently in the market. Right, ma'am?
yes, Gunjal, I think two things are very important. One is the skills, in skill enhancement. So we constantly tell them to go enroll themselves for the MOOC courses. A lot of courses are free on Udemy is there, Coursera is there. There are a lot of places wherein they can go for these courses. And yes, they can download a lot of things, apps in their smartphones. So wherein they get notifications about the current states of the economy and everything. So yes, that is very important. So I have one more question here. It is from Smith.
Yes, sir.
Smith wants to ask, is there a change in attitude after getting placed? I'm not able to understand the question. What was a change in professionalism and attitude after getting placed and before it was as a student? So yes, probably he wants to ask, what is a change in your attitude when you were a student and after being a professional? Am I right, Smith? If I am able to understand your answer, the question correctly.
Yeah, ma'am, absolutely right.
Okay. So Smith, I would say that when I was a student, I did not know the gravity, or I was not aware of the gravity of understanding the importance of having a job and to what and how. Why is it so important to be a professional, and what it means to have a professional attitude? Okay, so as a student, of course, I would say that I was a bit aware of what exactly I want to do once I am into the field, but a lot of things has changed. A lot of expectations from you as an employee and as a student, those two things are very different. As a student, you are just expected to study and do your routine course of academics and perform well in your exams. But as in when you step out of your college and when you enter the corporate field, the one thing which I felt was a major change was there is absolutely no one to ask you question that are you doing fine? Are you comfortable with the work given? Will you be able to do it? Because if in college, if you're not able to submit one assignment today, you might get an extension for a day or two, which we take it for granted, which I understood that was a blessing. But in corporate, it does not work like that. So even if you don't want to come out of your comfort zone and stretch your limits, you will be enforced to do that. That is one major change which I felt which I still keep on talking about with the professors whenever I get a chance to talk to them, that it is difficult to survive. You have to be very, very strong, very confident. At least you have to show that you are very confident. You have to be ready to take up challenges again and again. I would say, if you do not do that as a student, what you feel is that if you're doing good academically, your professors are going to know that, okay, Smith is doing good, so let's give him that work. Okay, there is less of competition amongst students, I say. But when you are in a job, people are going to be very, very ruthless. They are not going to give you any work or any responsibility unless and until you are willing to do that. So that is where your attitude plays a very important role. There are some times when, for example, in a finance class, if you have not done something, your faculty might just tell you something and you would take it very casually. But when your manager tells you that in front of 10 other people, that hits you, and that hits you very hard, and you will be actually demotivated and demoralized. But still, you will have to work. You will have to work in a better manner. Your performance, your targets, everything is under scrutiny every single day. So you have to be prepared. You have to be mentally very, very strong. Avoid being so casual. That's the only takeaway I would feel that you should be taking from this session, is just don't be casual about anything, and don't take your college or your student life as granted, because things are going to change immediately. It is going to be very, very different once you step in a job. I hope that answers your question, Smith, as far as I understood the question.
Yeah, ma'am, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, the next question is from Hitendra Singh. He wants to know about the salary structures and the incentives.
Ma'am, would you like to know about the salary structure and incentives at S&P?
Yeah, probably. That's what Hitendra, is that what you want to ask? You want to know the salary structure at S&P?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I don't think I can disclose those details. Only HR can talk about salary and incentives that they'll be providing, because that differs from all the profiles that we come up with, whether it is in with all the departments. Also, the salary structure and the incentives that they will be providing changes. So only HR can talk about that, I feel. I'm not the right person to talk about salary and incentives, because every year the figures are revised and it keeps on changing. It has changed for us also currently due to COVID situation. So that is something I think only HR can answer.
Okay, we understand that, Gunjal. Thank you. There is one question from Sheetal. She wants to ask, in S&P Global, what are the steps involved in conducting an interview?
What are the steps? I mean, she wants to know the recruitment process, ma'am.
Sheetal, do you want to know the? Okay, so she wants to know the recruitment process, I think.
Okay, yeah. So Sheetal, if at all you are getting placed from LJ, then of course there is going to be group discussion and PI. I'm not sure if they have included aptitude test for college campus. I'm not sure for that. But if at all you are not getting a chance to get placed from the campus, then we have a website. If you on Google, if you just type S&P Global Market Intelligence Ahmedabad, as per your location, if you want it for Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, we have these 3 offices currently. Okay, so you can check out the options available on the website. The interview round consists of aptitude test. If you clear that, then you have to clear an Excel test. Once you clear that Excel test, then you will have a interview with your reporting managers. Once you clear that, then you will have a technical round. Then you have an HR round, and then one final round will be the director of the site level head, basically. So if you have applied for Ahmedabad, the site level head of Ahmedabad will be talking to you. And once that is done, 6 rounds of interviews are done. Then if everybody is convinced and they are ready to offer you a job, then HR will communicate with you and they will be sending you an offer letter. Does that answer your question, Sheetal?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is question from Jasmita. She
Yes.
wants to ask what types of interview questions asked in S&P Global. Is it related to personality or industry or our academics and learnings? So basically, she wants to know what do the interviewers look for in the interviewees. That is, I hope I'm asking that question, Jasmita.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so what type of interview questions are asked in S&P? Over the years, I am like, if I talk about my department where the recruitment process is being taken care of, I have been looking out and I have been updating the questions, the type of questions which we ask to financial students. Definitely the last batch which we have recruited had a lot of technical questions. We won't be asking you direct questions which are mentioned in your book, of course. If you might have come across a term, but if you get to hear that in your interview, but if you're not able to explain it, then that makes no sense, right? So basically what we look out for is you should have at least basic knowledge of accounting, basic knowledge of finance. एकदम ऐसा ब्लैंक नहीं रहना है, ठीक है? अगर थोड़ा सा भी कुछ ट्विस्ट करके अगर आपको पूछ लेते हैं, या इफ वी आस्क यू कि भाई if we give you scenario कि this is what we have, this is what it is, explain उसका effect cash flow पे, how it is going to affect your balance sheet, how it is going to have an impact on your cash flow, whether it is going to impact inflow or outflow of a company, asset, liability. So basically that is what we want to know. Also, one must have little knowledge of accounting standards also. I'm not sure if you guys are exposed to that, but one thing that if at all you are preparing for applying at S&P, you should have basic knowledge of Indian accounting standard and bit of knowledge of what actually happens in the US. Because we have majority of our clients who are based in US. So if you can check out how they present their data, financial data, how is their income statement, balance sheet and cash flow prepared, and how it is different from an Indian company's presentation, that would really help you to answer the questions that we ask. We do not expect you to answer it in a very technical manner, but yeah, we would appreciate if you have basic knowledge of that. Coming to, is it related to personality or industry or our academic project and learnings? Yes, we do give a lot of importance to your internship project and how well you are able to explain us what exactly you have done, right? If you are not able to explain us that why you took up that internship and how it has helped you improve on your knowledge aspect, or it has helped you in any sort of manner, then you should be able to explain that, I would say. Personality related questions, so as such we don't ask, because that is something that HR in the technical round. I would focus more on technical round. Personality related questions तो नहीं पूछे जाते, but आपकी personality पे questions हो सकते हैं कि आप जैसे present करते हो अपने को, या आप जैसे dress होके आते हो, या if it is virtual, then how do you look, whether you are confident, you are not confident, your body language, etc. plays a very important role. So work on your non-verbal communication. Ma'am, what was the last part of this question?
I think she wants to ask, yes, that was the question. What interviewees look basically?
Yeah, they actually are looking for, even if you are wrong, how confidently you are able to present that answer. Basically, you just have to be very confident, not overconfident, but I would say confident enough to answer everything. Even if you do not know, this is one thing that I have learned over this 3.5 years of my experience, that if you are honest that, okay, so if a question is asked and if you're not able to answer it, just say that you are not able to answer it. No need to play a game with them and bluff them with wrong answers. That creates a very negative impression of yours, that you are not honest. And if This is how they are going to link it with your performance, that if some work or some task is given to you, and if you make a mistake or if you're not able to complete that task, then you are going to give them some excuses or a made up plan that why this failed. So rather doing that, just be honest that you are not able to answer this question. So they will immediately switch to another one. So there's no need to be worried about that. I hope, Jasmita, that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Very insightful. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am,
I
we have
think-
questions.
I think we have very less time, but we can take up 2 more questions. So one question is from Gokul, who wants to ask what things we should keep in mind while working in the organization and also during the interview.
Also during the interview, what you should be taking care of is, I just answered the question, the previous question. What all things you need to be careful of? Your personality, communication, conceptual clarity, your clarity of your mind also. Just don't goof up unnecessarily. If you are not sure about something, just stay away. Okay, or else just smartly tackle the situation. Also, when it comes to what things you should be taking care while you are working in an organization, the do's and don'ts. Very important, do's and don'ts. You have to be always, you learn to be transparent. Okay, you should be transparent, and you should, only when you are transparent you can expect transparency from your managers. In the starting of the session, I said you should be ready to ask questions, and you should be also ready to answer if you are questioned. That is one thing, because to question someone is very easy, but when you are in that position, when you are questioned, and if you are not able to answer it, then don't expect others to do that with you, because it is give and take. However you build your image in your organization, that is how they are going to treat you. Okay, so be very mindful of what and how you behave. Don't enter into unnecessary discussions that goes on floor. Okay, that is one thing that I would suggest people to be careful of, because people are going to talk about a lot of things. Everything does not need your attention. Okay, so if possible, just stay away from all the negative things, because what happens is you are very new in the organization, and someone else who's talking about something that might seem interesting at this stage, but it will not help you anywhere. Okay, and if you get along with those negative thoughts, then you are going to create some negative impression about that person. It might not be the case with you. That person might be different for you and different with someone else. So do not take anybody's experience to your heart. Be open to experience and explore your journey on your own terms, because everybody will have their own set of expectations and experiences. Okay, so that is one thing which I feel you should be careful of while you are working in an organization. Avoid conflicts. Just don't get into unnecessary arguments with anybody, not your subordinates, not your managers, of course. And they should see only one thing in you, that is readiness to work. That's it. Uske alawa ka sab kuch does not matter, and your attitude towards everybody should be positive. That's it. Utna hoga to bahut ho jayega. Isse aage zyada jaoge, you are going into some sort of black hole jo aapko andar leta jayega. So do not enter into that. I hope that answers your question, Gokul.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I think, Gunjal, I like the last 2 things I love them, in fact. Readiness to work and positivity. I think that applies for each one of us, not just the students, but every one of us. So that these are the 2 advices. It's like a takeaway from me. I will really take away from this. Thank you, Gunjal, for telling, summarizing it so beautifully. Next question we have from, again, Jasmita. Does S&P provide work from home in the pandemic situation?
Oh yes, Jasmita, we are working from home since the month of March, and we are working till December 2020. And if there is no, so the plan is, if till the time we do not have a vaccine and a short cure for COVID, we are going to continue working from home as far as this year is concerned, and for a few months of 2021 as well. So till the time we don't have a vaccine, we are not returning to office.
Okay, Kunjal, we have the last question. If you
Yeah.
have, it is from Ishani. She wants to ask that if you have any interesting experience which is beneficial to us, then please share with us.
Okay. So Ishani, over these 3.5 years, I think every day has been a very new experience for me. Every day I'm still learning. But one thing that I would want to share, which has been an eye-opening kind of an experience for me, is just that the way I answered the previous question is just don't get into unnecessary arguments and all. So when I was very new, I was placed in my 3rd semester, and I was supposed to join in November. So I was actually very nervous if I am able to, because I was a very studious kind of a student. I was very much focused on my studies. This job placement came as a shock to me. Oh, I will not get a chance to go attend lectures, because I used to love
Kunjal,
doing
I'm
that.
sorry to interrupt you, but I still remember you when you got placed. So majority of the students, when they get placed, they are so excited and happy.
Yeah.
And, but then, when you came to me, you were so anxious and you were sad that, ma'am, I will
I
be
know,
missing the
ma'am.
lectures. So I was really, shocked to see you. I was wondering, okay, so she, I mean, I knew you were very sincere and you were attending all the lectures, but it really came as a shock to me that you were actually upset that you were not able
I
to
know.
attend the lectures. You were really
Yeah,
upset.
because when I got, even till date, this with my manager who has recruited me. Luckily, I have got enough of opportunities to work with him. I till date tell him that why couldn't you wait till my 4th semester end, right? Because of you, I could not attend my 4th semester sessions, even for 3rd semester also. When I was actually interested to take up finance classes, and I have missed all of that. So yeah, that is what the experience is, that I had to juggle between my college and my 9 hours, 6 days in a week wala job. At that point, we did not have weekends off. After I completed my 4th semester and I got my degree, they had introduced 5-day week wala system. So unfortunately, I did not get that opportunity to even come and attend sessions on Saturdays. But as and when I got chance, I used to come to my college, attend sessions, and then go back to my office. So what used to happen is that if I come to college for 2 hours, then I have to go back to office and finish that deficit of 2 hours. So that was kind of very, very tiring. But one thing that I have learned from those 6 months of juggling between college and my work is I learned how to tackle high pressure situation where they are expecting me to work and work flawlessly, because they never give me consideration. Actually, nobody will give me consideration just because I am studying. That is completely my lookout, right? That has nothing to do with my work. I learned that how, if at all, any serious situations apart from just the work thing, even if there is something going on at my personal end or anything, that should not affect my work. That one thing I have learned at a very young age, I would say. I was, I think, 21 when I was doing my MBA, 21, 22. So I learned that nothing should hamper my work. And side by side, I was studying. I did not wanted my grades to get affected, because if my grades are not up to my expectations, then that would demoralize me very much. So that is also something that I have learned. My manager never gave me consideration कि मैंने अगर कॉलेज में कुछ अच्छा किया है, अगर मैं उसको जाके कुछ बोलती भी हो कि भाई इसकी वजह से मैं ये नहीं कर पाई, makes no sense to him. He would give me double the work the next day कि अब ये भी कर. So that is one thing that I have learned, that if you are in a difficult situation, of course it will be you will panic initially, but as in when you start learning, you'll be fine, and at the end of the day you'll be happy with yourself and satisfied that you have done things and how. So that is one thing that I have learned. Multitasking, and to stop giving excuses to myself and to everybody else that why I couldn't do this job. I would rather find out ways to do something in the proportionate time that I was being given. Ishani, that is one experience which will help you, I think, if you get placed in mid of your semester.
Thank you.
So I think, Gunjal, again, a beautiful takeaway from what you said. So turn every beautiful situation into a difficult time into a beautiful situation. So
Yeah.
yes, so I think there are a lot of takeaways from your session. Even we are learning a lot of things, but then we are really short of time, and our
Yeah, ma'am.
next guest is still there. I mean, waiting. So I would
Sure, ma'am.
request from my side, thank you, Gunjal, for saying yes on the first phone call. I mean, it was like an immediate yes, and even though you were so busy with your work from home going on,
Yes.
so but
Yes,
still you agreed. So thank you from my
ma'am.
side. And now I will request Dhara ma'am to give a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Kiran ma'am, for giving me this opportunity, and to all the faculties who had faith in me that I'll be able to do this. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, so Undal, I, on behalf of LJ Institute of Management Studies, would like to thank you for spending your valuable time with us. It was a wonderful session, Undal. Few takeaway for the students were like upgrade your skills, work upon your communication skill. First impression is something which is very important. You should work upon your financial concepts. And I like the statement which you narrated. That is, you should be ready to take up the challenges. And it's like once you're ready, then no one will, stop you from getting success or growth. So you also talked about the corporate culture and specifically about SNP. So I think students got an idea about how to work with any organization and what is a corporate culture. Gunjan, I have
Yeah.
always heard you as a student, but today it was indeed a pleasure to hear you as a speaker and feeling so proud that you are a student. Okay. So once
Yeah.
again, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot, Gunjan. It was a very nice session. Thank
All
you.
of us are
Thank
feeling proud. It's really a proud moment for me seeing you up there.
Thank you so
And
much, ma'am. But I would give all my faculties the credit of helping me and shaping me and my career in the way I am today. My credit definitely goes to all the faculties. You have helped me not just academically, but even to boost my confidence and to help me stand where I am today. So thank you so much, ma'am, to all the faculties and especially with the finance faculties whom I work closely. Thank you so much.
it was really a pleasure to have you. Thank you, Gunjal.
Yeah.
I would request everyone to join in the next meeting. So, Hiteshi, we will be leaving this meeting, and students, you are requested to join the next meeting because the next guest is already here. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Okay,
See you
ma'am.
in the
Yeah,
next
thank
meeting.
you.
Yeah,
Bye.
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 you.